Historians believed he had also written an obscure booklet called Diagramma. Diagramma della verità, Langdon said. Diagram of truth. Never heard of it. I'm not surprised. Diagramma was Galileo's most secretive work, supposedly some sort of treatise on scientific facts he held to be true but was not allowed to share. Like some of Galileo's previous manuscripts, Diagramma was smuggled out of Rome by a friend and quietly published in Holland. The booklet became wildly popular in the European scientific underground. Then the Vatican caught wind of it and went on a book-burning campaign. Vittoria now looked intrigued. And you think Diagramma contained the clue? The segno. The information about the path of illumination. Diagramma is how Galileo got the word out. That I'm sure of. Langdon entered the third row of vaults and continued surveying the indicator tabs. Archivists have been looking for a copy of Diagramma for years. But between the Vatican burnings and the booklet's low permanence rating, the booklet has disappeared off the face of the earth. Permanence rating? Durability. Archivists rate documents 1 through 10 for their structural integrity. Diagramma was printed on sedge papyrus. It's like tissue paper. Lifespan of no more than a century. Why not something stronger? Galileo's behest. To protect his followers. This way any scientist caught with a copy could simply drop it in water and the booklet would dissolve. It was great for destruction of evidence, but terrible for archivists. It is believed that only one copy of Diagramma survived beyond the 18th century. One? Vittoria looked momentarily starstruck as she glanced around the room. And it's here? Confiscated from the Netherlands by the Vatican shortly after Galileo's death. I've been petitioning to see it for years now. Ever since I realized what was in it. As if reading Langdon's mind, Vittoria moved across the aisle and began scanning the adjacent bay of vaults, doubling their pace. Thanks, he said. Look for reference tabs that have anything to do with Galileo, science, scientists. You'll know it when you see it. Okay, but you still haven't told me how you figured out Diagramma contained the clue. It had something to do with the number you kept seeing in Illuminati letters? 503. Langdon smiled. Yes. It took some time, but I finally figured out that 503 is a simple code. It clearly points to diagramma. For an instant Langdon relived his moment of unexpected revelation, August 16. 2 years ago. He was standing lakeside at the wedding of the son of a colleague. Bagpipes droned on the water as the wedding party made their unique entrance. Across the lake on a barge. The craft was festooned with flowers and wreaths. It carried a Roman numeral painted proudly on the hull key. Puzzled by the marking, Langdon asked the father of the bride, "What's with 602? "602. Langdon pointed to the barge. T is the Roman numeral for 602. The man laughed. That's not a Roman numeral. That's the name of the barge. The key? The man nodded. The Dick and Connie too. Langdon felt sheepish. Dick and Connie were the wedding couple. The barge obviously had been named in their honor. What happened to the DCI? The man groaned. It sank yesterday during the rehearsal luncheon. Langdon laughed. Sorry to hear that. He looked back out at the barge. The key, he thought. Like a miniature K. A second later, it had hit him. Now Langdon turned to Vittoria. 503, he said, as I mentioned, is a code.